Alright, so in this video, it's very much similar to the last one we did, except the notation that the compound inequality is written in is different. So if you notice, they don't use the word and or. They just write it out as -3 is less than 2x minus 1 is less than 5. So I'm just going to write it out on my own so that I have more room to work with. So I have -3 is less than 2x minus 1 is less than 5. Okay, so it looks kind of complicated at first, but our goal is exactly the same as if we're solving an inequality or an equation. And we want to get, in other words, we want to get x by itself. So if I look in the in-between part of this inequality, I see a 2x minus 1. I want to get that x by itself, so that means I need to get this plus 1 out of there. So I'm going to add 1, and that's going to get rid of it in there. The thing is, I have to add 1 to every single part of this inequality then. I got to add 1 to every part of it. So -3 plus 1 is -2. And I have less than, I have 2x. And then that -1 plus 1 canceled out there. And it is less than 5 plus 1 is 6. And now I don't want it to be 2x, I just want it to be x. So to get to that point, I need to divide by 2, divide by 2, and divide by 2. And so -2 divided by 2 is -1, because a negative divided by positive is going to give me a negative, is less than. Then 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I'm just left with 1x, or I'll just put in x, is less than 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I know -1 and 3 are going to both be important on here, so I'll plot a point at, we'll just say -1 is right here. Well, that means, and then we'll just say 3 is right here, okay? However, I scaled my number line. Now I have to walk myself through this. So this is saying -1 is less than x. If you look, x is like where our solution is, and x is on the greater than side of this inequality symbol. -1 is less than x, so x is going to be bigger than -1. X is going to be bigger than -1, so that means I don't want to shade stuff to the left of this -1 right here, because x is bigger than, because -1 is less than x, so x is bigger than -1. So that means I need to shade stuff on the right side of it. Notice how it's just less than, and it's not or equal to, so it's just an open circle, and I need to shade stuff to the right of it. Okay, I'm just going to start off going that far about. Then it also says x is less than 3 also. So that means x is everything to the left of 3. So and it's not or equal to, so I would put another open circle right here. I'm going to shade stuff to the left of it. And if I notice, it meets in the middle again. Again, -1 has to be less than x, so I can't do anything to the left of it. And x has to be less than 3, so I can't shade anything to the right of that. So I'm just shading in my solution in between these two numbers. Another way to say this is x is between -1 and 3. Our solution is between -1 and 3.